Hello, and welcome back to another podcast with another Robert Kiyosaki book. We talked before about Robert Kiyosaki and that he's one of the best authors on finance, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Cash Flow Quadrant, Increase Your Financial IQ, which is the book of today. This book is about 5 concepts that you need to understand to increase your financial IQ, to understand what money needs in order for it to duplicate. In order for you to make more of it, you need to understand it. Now, the book is very small, but it's about major concepts. Each concept of these, needs its own book. Basically, just big 5 ideas that are about making money and increasing your financial IQ, because anything you want to have more of, you have to understand and study, right? This is very important. Anything you study increases. So what are the big 5 concepts that he discusses in the book? 1, making more money. This is measured by how much money you earn. This is your first IQ, right? If you make 100,000 a year, your financial IQ is higher than the guy who makes 30 or 50, whatever, right? So this is your first IQ, is making more money. So there's a rule in making more money that if you duplicate or double your income each 6 months, you are on the right track, and you triple your income each you are on the right track. If not, if you've been working for many years and your salary is very close or not doubled, you are in big trouble. When I first learned this, I was like, well, I am in big trouble. Why didn't I think about doubling my money each 6 months? How would that take? What would that require? And then when I put this in my mind, I worked on myself harder. I read many books and I became specialized in my field, and I became worth more. So this is one thing you need to consider when thinking about increasing your financial IQ in making more money. Number 2 is protecting your money. Now, once you earn more money, you need to hold it. Money goes to those who can make it, keep it, and multiply it. So this is protecting your money from taxes, from deceivers, and so on. Number 3 is budgeting your money. Again, you have made money and keep it. Now you need to know how to budget that money, how to live well, how to manage your expenses, not to live just beyond your means or above your means, but to have your income covering your means exactly according to your needs. It's very, very important. Number 4 is to leverage your money. And this financial IQ is determined or measured by how do you invest and how do you use that money to make more money. We said that's a very important concept from Robert Kiyosaki, is not to work for money, but to make your money work for you. Leverage is using that money or even other people's money to invest and make that money work for you. And last but not least is improving your financial information, which is the base of all those things, is the knowledge. Because if you invest, if you make money, if you lost it all, you cannot lose information, you cannot lose knowledge. They asked the guy who started the car company, what's his name? Ford. They asked Ford, what if you lose all your money? He said, I will bring it back in 5 years. He knows that he has the knowledge. He knows that he will take it back, which is a concept for many entrepreneurs and businessmen. They have the knowledge. Someone like Donald Trump, for example, he lost all his money, became bankrupt, but then he regained that all back, which is something we can also discuss in talking about the millionaire mind thing. So let's move on in more details about these financial IQs. So number 1 is making more money. Now, many people fail to acquire money, says Robert Kiyosaki, because many people want to get money without work. If you go on YouTube, the most views or the most viewed videos are how to make money from home, how to make money with no talent, with no time, how to make passive income, how to just sit there and relax and sleep and make money while you're sleeping. And you see these videos make the most views, and when you watch them, like telling you, hey, you just gotta fill surveys and sell affiliates or whatever, and saying things that don't make sense, are not applicable. And you see people in the comments are just frustrated, like, I've been watching tons of videos. This is a comment that I just read recently. It said, I've just been watching tons of videos and I have not made even $5. So it's really sad that people do not know that in order for you to increase your money, you need to be worth more. the income that you make right now is relevant to your skills, right? If you speak one language, right? If you know soft skills, if you know technical skills or computer skills, what if you speak 5 languages, right? What if you understand video editing and Photoshop design and many like programming, many technical skills? What if you know all that, right? Then you will increase your income. The more skills you have, the more languages you speak, the more specialized you are in your field, the more salary you will get. And the basic simple thing, is gotta ask you a question. How many books have you read in your career, in your speciality? If you are a teacher, I'm a teacher, for example. How many books did you read, or did I read in my career in order for me to increase my value and my knowledge of my speciality? I've known many teachers and many professionals after finishing college or whatever. They have not read one book in their career about their career, which is ridiculous. Like how do you even work there? So if you are not, you should start, at least read one book a week. One book a month. At least read one book a month in your field. If you are a teacher, just Google the best books about teaching and start reading, one book a month. If you're an engineer and marketer, anything, you have to find books are the best resources that you can find on teaching yourself. And this is the first thing you need, is just to have more value, you yourself as an individual, then you will earn more. This is financial IQ number 1. Number 2 is protecting your money. Now, you have many things that you need to protect your money from bankers. You need to understand the fees, the thing that goes to your credit card. You need to understand how they function. You need to understand, there are many books on this, like I Will Teach You to Be Rich is another book. Tells you how to budget your life, it's a very good book on self or personal finance. Also, you need to understand brokers, the same thing, similar to the fees from the bank. You need to understand every trade you make, how does it go, and how much are you getting from it. Also, businesses, any product that you see, these guys just study the human psychology. Don't think that just the ads on TV or in the shops and the colors that they put ahead of you on the goods, just put there coincidence, or coincidentally. No, everything is put there to make you buy, and you need to understand everything you buy. Is it an asset or a liability? Anything you buy, are you really in need of that thing or not? So you need to increase your understanding of what you purchase. Also, you need to have someone to support you in a relationship. You need to understand that being in a healthy relationship, your financial issue to determine a lot of that. So choose your partner wisely, choose someone that can support you and someone that you can trust. And the last thing is the legal issues. You need to understand the law, as I mentioned before, to, get the best, because most of the people, the low income earners have the highest tax brackets. So you need to understand how things work. Number 3 is in financial IQ, budgeting your money. Now, you have to understand budgeting is really, really important. Every guy who talks about personal finance, every book, every seminar, everything is about budgeting your money. You need to understand where does the money come, where does it go. And the basic simple structure that Kiyosaki puts is an assets and liability. Anything you buy, does it put money back in your pocket, or does it get money out of your pocket? You need to understand how the money is flowing to you. Are you saving that money? Are you living on what you need? For example, there is a structure says that you gotta live on 60% of your income and then save 40 for investment, or you can divide it whatever you want. So how can you live on 60%? Well, you need to increase your income. You need to live below your means. You need to understand how to budget your life. And number 4 is leverage your money. Now, this is the most important part of the book, which is about investment. And he did not, go fully on that. It's not applicable for everyone. He said, for example, that he bought like 17 million worth of real estate. And you're like, okay, well, that's easy. But I think this because he explained this more in his book, Rich Dad Guide to Investment. But the concept of leverage is to use other people's money. And in order for you to go to investment, you have to first have skills that are business related, related business skills, negotiation skills, marketing, sales. You have to understand how business works. You have to have cash flow from business, and then you have to have specific knowledge of investment. Because you can read all the books, like the little book, The Intelligent Investor and the Common Sense Investment and Real Estate Investment. You can read all the books and watch the videos and still lose while making investments, not because it's risky, but because, things change. So you need to increase your understanding, especially on the leverage aspect of the money and investment, because it's the way to financial freedom is to make passive income from your investments. And the last thing is to improve your financial information, which is the base to everything. You need to separate facts from opinion. Many people will tell you, I think gold is going up. You should invest in diamond or in silver or in real estate, whatever. And just people say things, You need to understand these things. You need to separate opinions from knowledge. You need to study this if you are going to, invest your time in it. So invest that productively. You need to understand the information. Don't trust anyone who's just telling you, this is going up or going down. You need to have guru and mentors and people who have done it so that you can follow the same path. You need to know the rules. What are the rules of investment in real estate? Because, everyone is on real estate. So let's jump on it without understanding now it's risky, now it's dangerous. And you need to understand the trends. What is going right now? For example, if you just try to, invest in gold and you say, gold is always going up. So you buy gold and you don't know what is the best way to invest in that, and just you lose. So these are the 5 things that he discussed in his book, Increase Your Financial IQ. 5 concepts to manage your money. Number 1 is to make more money. Increase your financial IQ on making more money. Number 2, protecting your money. Number 3, budgeting your money. Number 4, leveraging your money. And number 5, improving your financial information. I hope that you enjoyed this one. I try to categorize my books. I don't know how should I just put them every week. For example, I focus this week on financial books, next week on self-help, next week public speaking. But I think I'd go with the book that I feel is most relevant, the one that, comes easy to mind. I can talk about, smoothly and seamlessly. I hope that you enjoyed that podcast. I hope that I reach millions of people and I make my 1,000 books and maybe I go further. If you enjoyed that, please follow and comment and like and do all the good stuff and share it with people so that, it might help someone and change their lives as they have changed my life. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time.